All right, so again, my name is Indira Rojas. I'm from Design MFA program, and I'm currently in my last year. I'm gonna share with you a project I did in Dominican Republic. That's where I am from. And I was very moved to sort of work with students, mainly from 20 to 25 years who are in the last year of university and moving on into their professional lives. First, I wanna start with my motivation about why I wanted to do this project. And basically, through the design MFA program, I have been very invested in social innovation and also design research. And I was interested to find out where is the documentation of the current state of Dominican Republic. And one important documentation is from the UN report, where they talk about development being an issue of power. So they represent how the individual, when it's empowered, can affect its collective community and then affect its social context. And in the Dominican Republic, in this report, they emphasize how the empowerment of individuals, it's sort of blocked by these issues of power when some people don't have access to opportunities and don't have access to knowledge, which limits their ability to sort of contribute to their community. An important phrase that I wanted to highlight from this report was this one saying, the relative low human development in Dominican society has not resulted from the lack of resources, but the lack of leadership in business, politics, society, and religion. Also, the possibility of achieving human development in the Dominican Republic depends on alternation of power relations. This achievement is contingent upon the ability of mobilization and empowerment of society. So it came very relevant to me that this idea of empowering citizen was intrinsic to development in the Dominican Republic and to aiding the process of transition we're now in. I also was inspired by the Global Competitive Report, where they actually showcase all the countries in the world and how they sort of compare to each other in terms of how competitive they are. And I was very impressed to see that the most problematic factors for doing business in the Dominican Republic have to do a lot with corruption, inefficiency in government bureaucracy, inaccurate educated force. So we're talking about issues of infrastructure, which definitely need to be aided. I was very struck by this graph where they showed that all the current state in the different departments and innovation and higher education training are in the lowest of all the different areas in the DR. So it was important to me to take this knowledge and address how can I affect change. So then the second question is, why design thinking? So design thinking has been identified, as this process that embraces innovation, embraces imagination, embraces creativity. It puts the designer in the position of using critical thinking, of being analytical, of being intuitive or experimenting, and being empathetic. It also uses tools of storytelling, which allows us to identify with each other and become empathetic with each other. Synthesis, which makes complex systems easier to understand, and also manage abstract concepts and make connections. So I learned the design thinking process through the design MFA, and I felt that if I could share this with my community, I could give them tools and empower them to sort of affect change. So the students who participated in my workshop in the Dominican Republic, which took place during a month, during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we went through the process of design thinking for innovation, which starts with observation, storytelling, synthesis, brainstorm, rapid prototyping, and feedback. So the students had the opportunity to experience this whole methodology and at the same time address it to a local issue. I must highlight that design in the Dominican Republic is not seen as a methodology for problem solving. It's mainly seen as a communication tool, as a self-expression tool. That means that most design companies in the Dominican Republic are advertising companies, are not necessarily companies that are, collaborating with local communities, providing strategy and that kind of stuff. Organizing the workshop. To put the workshop together, I collaborated with this local group called Grupo Multidisciplinario. I was very excited to see Grupo Multidisciplinario, who has been working for the past year and a half in the Dominican Republic, because they're opening the conversation up about design, about the importance of different disciplines working together. They're making forums and having people share knowledge where different very successful professionals in the area of design, in the area of architecture, in the area of visual graphics and those type of stuff. They sort of gather together and share best practices, and students who are intimidated to address design or intimidated to address art can see how design and art can actually sort of help the community. So together with Grupo Multidisciplinario, we started a campaign which started mainly online. A lot of my communication in the Dominican Republic happens through Facebook. So I created an event and invited everyone to participate, and Grupo Disciplinario also helped me promote the event locally since I was here in San Francisco. So in the summer, I went to the Dominican Republic in August, and we started getting applications for the workshop. These are the students that we selected for the workshop. The requirement for their application was to write an essay about why it was important for them to learn this methodology. And a lot of students from different disciplines applied. We selected the students that definitely represented a concern and an interest in social innovation and doing an impact in their communities. So it spans from architects to illustrators, writers, mechanical engineers, tourism and hospitality. Definitely we wanted to embrace the idea of multidiscipline and bringing people that have different perspectives of the world together. So these are some of the students. So just to move on to our aspect of research, during the design thinking methodology, you want to embrace extremes. So we definitely made a point of talking to different types of people, starting from professional and experts to family members. During the workshop, we are trying to tackle a problem that recycling is not a common practice in the Dominican Republic. So it was important for us to sort of look at different landscapes. So first, to start the conversation, everybody proposed their ideas. The workshops were happened in a form where we gathered together. Everybody expressed their stories. Everybody expressed their opinions, and then we sort of made a consensus of steps to follow. So we started questioning, what is recycling? What do people think recycling is? Do people recycle in the Dominican Republic? And what do people think about the current waste management? So those are one of the basic questions that served as inspiration for our research. The assignments were given to the students in the weekend. During the week, it was their job to sort of gather the information and share it with us. So this is sort of an image representing how, every weekend they will come and share the knowledge gathered. This is some of the quotes of some of the people we talked to. Definitely there's a very informal recycling system happening in the Dominican Republic. Some people know, we recycle cardboard. Some people talked about the practices of how people throw their trash in rural areas. While also others expressed their concern for not being enough infrastructure for throwing out waste, or not enough. They don't pick it up enough. It's just thrown there in the street. So definitely the issue of waste is something that people are very aware of, and it's very pressing in their everyday.